Okay, so we have drawn some sketches and we're ready to start drawing those sketches a little bit more cleanly. So what we're going to need is a ruler and a straight edge. I have this ruler. I also have this ruler. Both of these are great as rulers. If your ruler has like a metal edge on it, like this one does, that can also be used as a straight edge. And if you have a plastic ruler that has a nice clean edge, that can also be used as a straight edge. Otherwise, you can use something plastic that has a nice clean straight edge. They'll work great as a straight edge. So we have in each corner a orthographic drawing, just like we did before in the class. And what we're going to do is we're going to draw top, front, and right side of 4 different designs. Now, you might notice that this is new. We have a grid that is in each of these squares, and that's to help you draw accurate sized models. So this grid, 1 square equals 1/2 inch. So for each one of these squares, we have a 1/2 inch. So what I'm going to do is I'm allowed to have a 4-inch shape. So I'm going to start here and I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to here. And I can go ahead and draw that. My shape is going to be the full size of the 4 inches. Now, of course, you don't have to make yours a full 4 inches by 4 inches by 4 inches, but just for the sake of drawing this for you as an example, I'm going to go ahead and draw it in the maximum size. I'm going to do the same thing in the top view. I'm going to transfer up this line into my top view. And the same thing for this line. I'm going to transfer that into my top view. Count 8 up, and we have the back of the top view. Okay, so this is my front view, this is my top view. Right now, it's just a perfect cube. Now I can transfer over through my reflection line to get my right side view. Now this is going to be a little bit easier because I actually have grid lines, and when I do this, I can find which grid line matches up. So this grid line right here is the one I'm looking for. And then I can bring this over, and we'll check this, but this should work out. This right here, we'll check this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, it worked out. So that is where my right side is going to be. Now, I would like you to consider the front view, the view where the hole is going to be. Okay, we have the hole where the peep needs to be put. And so now you can put that hole in a couple of different places. You could put it against the bottom. You could put it in the center. You could put it against the top. But it has to go on one of the vertical walls. So for the sake of drawing, I'm going to go ahead and put it at the bottom of my front view. Now the middle is right here. And I'm going to go 1.5. 1.5 is the distance wide this is allowed to be. So if you cut 1.5 in half, you have 0.75. So I need to go 0.75 in this direction and 0.75 in this direction. 0.75 would be a square and a half. So right about there would be the edge of my hole. And then if I go a square and a half in this direction, that would be the other side. And then vertically, it's 1.5. So it would be 3 squares. 1, 2, 3. So this is the hole for our peep to go. Okay, so there's our hole for our peep. I need to make sure that I have a space in my design for that hole. Okay, so I'm in the top view. I'm going to bring up this line up here, and this is going to go 2.5 inches back. So 2.5 inches would be 5 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to here. And I'm going to bring this line up as well. And what we're doing is we're just sort of setting up the general shape just like that. So we have a hole that will go into it just like that. Now realistically this should be hidden, shouldn't it? Because it's inside of our drawing. So let's go ahead and draw that as hidden. Okay, and we need to get that into our right side view too. So I'm going to bring this across, bring this down. Okay, and this over. So this is also going to be hidden. Okay, so what you see here is probably going to be the same on every drawing, except that you might move this square up or down depending on what your design looks like. So what we want to do now is we want to add some structure to this. So I'm just going to add a really simple structure. Something like a big X in this side, maybe. And this would have to be made with toothpicks, so you got to consider I'm adding lots of little toothpicks glued together to make that big X. I don't think this is the best design, but it's a simple design. And now I can't just draw this line across because it will go through my area for my peep. So what I might do is I might turn this like this. And so I might have a structure that looks kind of like that, and then a structure that goes across there, and I might build smaller structures in here. Something like this. Now keep in mind this is not a great design. It's just a design to show you how I'm thinking about designing around the requirements. Okay, so right here, each one of these lines would indicate a toothpick that I might put in there. All right, in the top view, well, in the top view, I can pretty much build like the right side view. I can build it similar to this. Okay, so right there we have a design that you could build. It does not infringe on our hole here. In the right side view, this X may look like it goes through our view, but that's going to be right here on the edge. And the top view also looks like it goes through our peep area, but that's right at the top. Now, according to this, mine doesn't really have too much internal structure. So I might consider making this shape a couple of times inside of my structure. So what I could do is I could say this set of shapes is maybe every inch. So every inch or every 2 squares, I could put another structure that looks just like this. And in my top view, I could show that as drawing lines as well. Now we're looking straight down on these structures, so I wouldn't really see the structure. I'd just see the top line. That is this. Okay, so that is one way of drawing these. I want you to come up with 4 different designs and go ahead and place them on this sheet.